We are track record.
We are never finished.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Now today I'm going to be doing something that you guys actually requested, something that you made it very clear to me. Last video that I did, you guys pointed out that my engine bay was pretty dang dirty, and so was my air filter, and I know I should have been on top of it more often. I actually have never cleaned my engine bay once since I had the car, so this will be the cleanest it's ever been since I've gotten the car. This is my engine bay. It's actually not that dirty, which is why today I'm not going to be using any water to wash this engine bay. I wanted to keep it simple, keep it quick, and but still effective and make it really clean. So for that, really the main product that I'm going to be using today is the Chemical Guys Waterless Wash and Wax. I think Adam Polishes has a similar one too, so that'll work as well. And also just your basic everyday household degreaser. That honestly will do fine for most of this. And for that, I'm going to be using just these basic, like super basic, cheap brushes, bristles, and wire brushes. Now the wire brushes are for areas like these metals, the alternator, stuff that I can really rough up and not worry about scratching. And also, don't worry you guys, I am going to be cleaning the air filter. I know it's super dirty, way too dirty. So for that, I picked up some K&N recharger. It's essentially just air filter kit, cleaning kit. So this is what that is for. And then finally, once everything is clean, I'm going to be using some tire shine, and that is just to really clean up the black plastic and rubber areas. I'm not going to be really using it on anything else, just so it can really make those blacks pop and look extra shiny and deep. So just so you guys know, if you guys have an engine bay that is super dirty, a lot dirtier than mine, this probably isn't going to be enough for you, so I would recommend using either a pressure washer or just regular low pressure hose. Now some people don't like using the pressure washer. It depends on what kind of car you have, just because the water is more likely to get into places that it shouldn't. But if you do go the water route, I recommend covering up anything like the alternator, anything that shouldn't have water directly sprayed into it. But without further ado, let's get started on cleaning this engine bay. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to clean the air filter. Apply cleaner, rinse filter, dry filter, and then oil filter. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to spray it down with the cleaner real quick, and then I'm going to rinse it with some water and let it dry, and then I'll show you the oil up. Alright, I'm going to take this inside and rinse it off. I'm going to rinse it out from the inside and the outside just to make sure it's thoroughly rinsed, and then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Alright, so I rinsed this out and I'm going to let it dry. Definitely looks a lot better. I'm going to let this dry for a little bit longer before I put the oil on, and in the meantime we will get back to cleaning the engine bay. Alright, next up I'm going to be kind of agitating a lot of the loose dirt first, using my vacuum, my shop vac, on reverse to blow out a lot of this dust, so that way we can do a little bit less when we're doing the actual spraying and cleaning. Using the wire brush on these terminals is actually super effective. You just kind of get in here, spray it down a little bit with the degreaser, get in here around here, make sure everything is disconnected obviously, and just by doing a little bit of agitation here, it really brings out the shine in these connectors, because this is honestly an ugly part of the car, but just to give it a little bit more of a clean look, really helps out a lot in making this whole setup look really nice. This is something that is going to take a little bit of time, and it is pretty tedious, but after it is all done, it is pretty rewarding. Another thing that gets really gross in these cars is these plastic connectors, so I'm just going to use the wire brush on these as well. These actually aren't very strong, so they do tend to bend, so that's why I got to pack up a bunch of them. So they aren't strong enough to damage whatever you're using them on, but they are tough enough to loosen up some of that grime and grease and dirt. almost done getting through this like really fine cleaning, going through. I'm just kind of taking it section by section. So I started off with this section, and then I moved over to this section over here, and now next I'm going to move up to this section up here, and then lastly I'm going to finish off on this side. Now that I have pretty much everything in the engine bay as good as I can get it, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the inside of this hood. And for this stuff, I'm just going to be using, again, the degreaser to just get that deep black back and get some of the grime off as well. Definitely looking a lot better so far. But now I'm going to finish it off with just a little bit of tire shine. I don't want to go crazy with this stuff, just enough to bring out some shininess and darken up these blacks a little bit. Let's give it a try. Alright, that is looking a lot better. Definitely add some shine and just makes it a little bit more clean. So I think that's pretty much it. I just have to get the filter oiled up and then back in its place, and then I can close this back up and then we should be done. So the clean filter was dry, and I just went ahead and sprayed the oil on it real quick. Just even coats all the way around. Alright, so as you can tell, definitely way better than it was. But overall, I think for a waterless wash on your engine bay, this was a pretty good success. So, again, just to recap, hit everything with a little bit of degreaser and if you have any waterless wash and wax spray, and that's going to do a really good job of breaking up the dirt. Pipe cleaners, metal bristled brushes, any kind of rag. That's pretty much it. As I showed you before, I hit these with the metal brushes and definitely did a really good job of cleaning these connections up, because they just look absolutely gross to start out with if you don't clean them. And this is a fairly new battery. All in all, it took me about 2 hours to do all of this. So for a quick waterless wash and clean down of the engine bay, especially for never having cleaned it before with 50,000 miles on it, I think it turned out pretty good. So if you guys enjoyed this, let me know, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. If you guys have any more suggestions for anybody else watching this or for me next time, definitely leave that in the description, because I know everybody has a slightly different method of doing, especially washing their cars. Everybody kind of adds in their own formula, so I'd be interested to see if you guys have any other opinions. Also, remember to check out neverfinished.com if you want to pick up a shirt, stickers, hats, posters, all that stuff. And definitely watch out for the rest of the installs on this car as it is preparing to go on E85 and the next Pro Tune. So I think that's pretty much it. I covered everything. We are never finished, and we will catch you guys in the next one.